book of life, you're going to be looked at as one of those men that stood faithful, endured into the end, for the nation. Because in that point, the nation, even the 2/3 are going to understand that the elect walked, so that the whole nation could be straight, man. You know, because of Yahweh Shai, you know.
And it's funny that usually the 2/3, what they don't want to give up on this side, is what the elect are gonna get on the other side. That fame and acclaim and riches and whatever in the world, we're gonna get that on earth. In the kingdom of heaven. We just got that again.
That incorruptible crown.
We're gonna get that incorruptible crown, but we can't get it on this side. How are we gonna get something incorruptible in a life of corruption? When the world's built on corruption. It don't work that way. We gotta wait to get that incorruptible crown once the world is set up on incorruption at that point, which Yahweh Shai is coming back to establish that on the earth again.
Hey,
2/3 don't understand the difference.
The elect they're gonna have a name. They're gonna be called New Jerusalem, man. Yeah. Just think about that for a second, man.
New city of peace.
You know, you're gonna leave a legacy behind. That when the rest of the nation are brought back, they're gonna learn of your legacy, and that's where they're gonna actually honor you. They're gonna actually the 2/3, even though they're gonna be children of the power, but they're gonna, when they see you, they're gonna actually they're gonna revere you, man. They're gonna bow to you. They're gonna reverence you, man, for going through what you went through, man. You know. Real quick, Sirach 44 and verse 8, and it says, "There be of them that have left a name behind them, that their praises might be reported. And some there be which have no memorial, who are perished as though they had never been, and are become as though they had never been born, and their children after them. But these were merciful men, whose righteousness have not been forgotten. When their seed shall continually remain a good inheritance, and their children are within the covenant."
Ain't that cold how it won't get down? He wrote good and bad men in this word. The memorial of the good men are still going to continue to follow them. They're going to continue the good works that they did throughout history, as well as the evil. The good works are going to continue to follow you, even until the good time in the kingdom of heaven. That's heavy, right?
He said he would give them fame in every land where they were.
Just imagine 144,000.
You know how many Israelites gonna be in the kingdom, man?
God,
Right.
God.
Right.
You think there's a lot of Israelites on this side?
Yeah,
wait till the kingdom.
Yeah, wait till you see all the heathen looking Israelites, you know, that come out of that fold also.
144,000 is like a little drop in the bucket.
Literally, right? A grateful request. That's why I like that pie chart too. Because when I first saw that pie chart, it blew my mind. And the 144,000 was a little ass slither.
That's just on this side.
Yeah, you know.
So it's a remnant.
Yeah.
So it's a remnant.
Barely enough. But more than enough to the Most High to bring his work to perfection.
That's why the suffering is worthy, man. That's why it's worthy. Real quick. 2 Corinthians 4, and start at 16. This is in the NLT translation. It says, "That is why we never give up. Though our bodies are dying, our spirits are being renewed every day. For our present troubles are small and won't last very long. Yet they produce for us a glory that vastly outweighs them and will last forever. So we don't look at the troubles we can see now. Rather, we fix our gaze on things that cannot be seen."
Hey, going back to what you were saying about Stephen, he wasn't worried about the physical pain he would have to endure right at that moment. When they began to stone him, he looked onto heaven and could see beyond the room he was in to where he saw the glory of Yahweh with Yahweh Shai standing next to him in his glory.
For the things we now see will soon be gone, but the things we cannot see will last forever.
The temporal things will all be passed away, but the things of the spirit will be eternal. The things of the kingdom that we're already getting our minds focused on are eternal. Yeah, I want to, right?
Yeah. This is James 5 and 10.
This is James 5:10. It says, "Take my brethren the prophets who have spoken in the name of the Lord for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience. Behold, we count them happy which endured. Ye have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy."
It says in Job's 4th chapter, it says, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? Because the Most High, when the righteous did what they did, yeah, there was an end for the righteous as well as the wicked, you know, as far as the death process goes. But at the end of this thing, the reward finally comes. After all these punishments and all these captivities, the reward finally comes to those that have been righteous. That because of Yahweh Shai, now death had no power over them no more. They had the victory over death now. So now they don't die. The righteous don't die this time around. But the wicked still have to go through that death process, that death by pain. So there is a benefit of what we've been doing through all these lifetimes, doing the righteous thing.
Yeah, there's a reward for suffering patiently.
Right?
Patiently suffering, you know. There is a reward. This is not gonna go on forever. You know? There is an end to this. So that's what we look forward to that reward, you know? You know that this slight affliction is just not gonna endure forever. You know?
And hey, for people in the world right now,
Oh
they
man.
think this is never, they're starting to think that this is never going to end.
There's no end in sight for them.
And there's not even to the point where the mass people are dying like that yet. People are dying, but the mass numbers, the numbers that we know have to go, they haven't even hit that yet.
Hundreds of
Tens of thousands, you know, are going to the morgue. The morgue, you know, the morgue can't like stop sending them here. The hospital already telling people don't come here. Don't come here unless it's extreme. What? Hey man, I don't feel good. That's your job to fix me, right? Nah man, don't come here, man. This is only serious business in here. If you're on your deathbed, this show like fuck. That's the difference now. Right? You got it.
Hebrews 3 and 12. Take heed, brethren, lest there be in any of you an evil heart of unbelief, and departing from the living power. But exhort one another daily, while it is called today, lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin. For we are made partakers of Yahweh Shai, if we hold the beginning of our confidence steadfast unto the end.
So it don't wear thin at the end, man. You gotta stay strong all the way through. I'm trying to think how it goes. Basically, keep your confidence.
That's not the way they're comfortable.
Always say, holes never get cold. Not demons.
I believe it's one of Titus.
Cold out here. Look out this bitch, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Titus 1 and yeah, Rick. Yep. This Titus 1 and 1 and 9. It says, holding fast the faithful word as he hath been taught, that he may be able by sound doctrine both to exhort and to convince the gainsayers.
Being an example, that wasn't the one we were thinking. That's okay.